Hi, I'm Jay, and I do knife reviews that get right to the point. Are you sick and tired of those pocket pigs that just take up way too much room? I found the perfect knife for you from Kansept. It's the pocket-friendly Qilin. Now, when I'm writing a knife review, I first look up the name, just to see if it has any meaning or significance outside of the knife world. So get this, a Qilin it's a cool-looking creature from Chinese mythology that is, it's said to appear with the arrival of a sage, which is just a wise person or spiritual teacher. The Qilin it's slightly smaller than the Spider Gohendella, but almost the exact same size as the Kaiser Beglighter. I'm usually not the biggest fan of Tanto blades. It's just not a shape that really speaks to me, but this one does. Probably because it doesn't have all those typical Tanto characteristics. I mean, if you glance at it like really quick, almost looks like a drop point. It's an unassuming design with a blade that really has a lot going on here. It's a 3.4-inch Tanto harpoon, and it's in 154 cm steel with a flat compound grind, which adds strength to the tip of the blade. Now, mine has a black wash finish blade, but if you're not into that, there are Damascus and even stonewash versions available. I do wish we had more access to the fuller because, then it could be used as an opening option. I know it's not the whole reason it's there, but it's kind of cool when it works out that way, especially for Spidey flicking. Speaking of opening, this thing has some great flipper action that is very difficult to fail. So the Detent, this thing must be perfectly tuned because gosh dang is this thing satisfying to fidget with. Lockup is rock solid with no play in any direction, and the centering, oh yeah, that's dead on. Now I wouldn't say that it's too thick at 0.52 inches, but the handle, it's a little thicker than I expected. It does feel great in hand though. Kansept is saying the handle scales are carbon fiber and G10. So that usually means, it's going to be carbon fiber material on top of the G10. But when I look at the inside of the scales, I can still see the carbon fiber pattern, and I shouldn't be able to, right? So if there is any G10, it must be sandwiched in between the carbon fiber layers. I really like the pattern on these scales. They feel good and they look even better. I don't know what it's called, but I like when the blade tang it's flush with the scales. I just think it gives it a nice clean look. With my medium-sized hands, I've got plenty of room on the handle to pretty much grip it, however I want. As you can see, it's not a deep carry pocket clip, but it does at least have two positions, and the pocket clip screws they're in that standard configuration. So one of those Civivi pocket clips, the ones you can get on Amazon, should fit, if you're looking for a deeper ride. There's no wasted space on this handle, so it really doesn't take up much room in pocket. Even though the blade is narrow with a thickness 3 millimeters, it cuts through cardboard really, really well. And this is like doubled up cardboard. And this thing's cutting like it's a much thinner blade. I don't usually check the balance, but for some reason I did, and I noticed this thing is going to be slightly handle heavy. In total, there's 8 different versions. We get a few in G10, there's a couple micarta, and of course carbon fiber. I do like Kansept's logo, but I just wish it wasn't so far down on the blade. So I guess if that and the pocket clip are the worst gripes I can come up with, we're in really good shape here. Prices on these will vary just depending on the handle material. This one, it sells for around $82 on Amazon, which, yeah, that's up there, but I think it's a competitive price especially when you compare it to some Kaiser knives with the very same 154 cm steel. This is just it's a very well-made knife that looks and it feels more expensive than the asking price. So yeah, I do recommend the Kansept Qilin, especially if you're looking for something a little different than all the other liner locks that are out there. Now, up on your screen is going to be a video that I picked out for you to go ahead and watch next. And hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and click subscribe if you're looking for more knife reviews that get right to the point.